Good news. Marek becomes a father, Amy Roloff to welcome twins. The announcement. The late summer evening sun poured through the wide kitchen windows of Amy Roloff's cozy farmhouse, painting the wooden cabinets in warm orange and gold. Amy sat at the table, a steaming cup of tea in her hands, her heart thumping harder than she could remember in years. Across from her, Marek paced slowly, his usual calm demeanor replaced with nervous energy. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Well, Chris finally said, rubbing the back of his neck. I guess there's no easy way to say it. Amy, we're going to be parents. Amy blinked, her mouth parting slightly as the words settled into the air between them. Parents, she echoed softly, her voice almost trembling. Chris nodded, his grin slowly spreading, his eyes misty. Yes, Amy. We're expecting twins. The teacup nearly slipped from Amy's hands. For a moment, silence filled the farmhouse, broken only by the hum of the refrigerator. Amy felt a rush of emotions she hadn't expected: astonishment, joy, fear, disbelief. She was a grandmother many times over, and yet here she was being told that she would soon cradle not one, but two newborns of her own. Her voice cracked as she whispered, Chris, twins? Are you serious? Dead serious, Chris chuckled, though tears shimmered in his eyes. He knelt down beside her, taking her hand. I know it sounds impossible, but the doctors confirmed it. We're going to have 2 babies. Amy's mind swirled with memories of her own pregnancies, of raising 4 children on the Roloff farm, of watching them grow into adults. Now, after years of building a new life post-divorce, after falling in love again and remarrying, she was stepping into motherhood once more. Chris squeezed her hand tighter. I know this wasn't in our plan, Amy, but maybe it's life's way of giving us a new chapter, a new adventure. Tears spilled down Amy's cheeks, but they were tears of joy. She laughed, shaking her head. At my age, Chris, I'll be the oldest mom at preschool drop-off. He laughed with her, pulling her into his arms. Then we'll be the coolest parents at preschool drop-off. The following morning, Amy and Chris sat side by side on the couch, their hands clasped as Amy opened her phone and began recording a video. She wanted their families to hear the news directly from them. Hi everyone, Amy began, her voice steady though her heart raced. Chris and I have some really big news to share. Honestly, I never thought I'd be saying this again at this stage of my life, but we're expecting twins. Chris leaned in with a grin. That's right, 2 babies. We're as shocked as you probably are, but also incredibly excited. Amy smiled, her eyes shining. Life is full of surprises. And we can't wait to see what this new adventure brings. The video was sent to their kids, and within minutes Amy's phone began buzzing nonstop. Zach was the first to call. Mom, wait. You're having what? His voice was incredulous, and Tori could be heard in the background gasping and laughing. Twins, Amy repeated, chuckling. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, Tori shouted in the background. That's amazing. The kids are going to have baby aunts or uncles their own age. Jeremy and Audrey, when they heard the news, responded with equal parts shock and happiness. Audrey texted, Amy, God is writing such a wild story for you guys. We're so happy. Even Matt, despite the complicated history between him and Amy, called her that evening. Wow, Ames. Twins, huh? Well, congratulations. That's something. His voice carried a mix of surprise and genuine warmth. As the day went on, word spread quickly. Soon, the Roloff family's group chat was filled with emojis, exclamations, and plans to visit. Amy leaned back on the couch at the end of the night, exhausted but glowing. She glanced at Chris, who was scrolling through his own flood of congratulatory messages. You know, she said softly, this is going to change everything. Chris looked at her and smiled. Yeah. But in the best way possible.